Hello everyone, Fancy here. You're watching FANTAVISION, and welcome to the fun and utterly pointless predictions video when it comes to Nintendo Directs. I know a lot of people do these, but you know what? I want to do one this time, so I'm going to do it. Anyway, it's been a long time since we've had a real Nintendo Direct. I mean, it's like, been since 2019, I think? Something like that. Something absolutely crazy. And it's going to be 50 minutes. It's going to be a real thing. We're going to hopefully have some real announcements and a bunch of other filler that we don't care about. But I am excited for it, despite the fact that Nintendo's been kind of a dick lately. But I still want to be excited because they do make good games, and I want to dive into what is a possibility of this Nintendo Direct. Now, they've already specified that they are only going to cover things in the first half of the year. That does narrow down our predictions and definitely make the possibility of a lot of things kind of impossible. But we'll get into that in just a second. The only confirmed news so far for this Nintendo Direct is the fact that there's going to be Smash Bros. News, which I don't know about you. I'm sure some of you people care out there. I get it, but at this point, I'm done with Smash Bros. Okay, I've moved on a long time ago. If you're excited about that, that's great. But please don't spend 20 minutes on a character. Please, I want some game news, not just that one game news constantly, which it seems like that's all the directs have been lately. Now, I think the number one prediction we all have is that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to get a release date. But again, I don't know. Now, I mean, I wrote this down as my number one prediction, but now that I'm remembering, hey, it's only the first half of the year that they're going to be announcing, I sincerely doubt they're going to be releasing Breath of the Wild 2 in the first half. I think it's going to be a second half title. So my prediction was originally like a 7 out of 10 possibility that was going to happen. I'm going to bring that down to about a 5 because I have a feeling that's not going to come out in the first half of the year. Now, it is the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary, and knowing Nintendo, they like to slap together something lazy for the anniversary of their giant properties, like they did for Mario, where they just took a bunch of ROMs, threw them on a thing and an emulator, and just said, hey, there you go, it's just all emulated, it works fine, we didn't do any upgrades, but it exists, here you go, enjoy it. And I was like, this is cool and all, but why didn't you put any effort into it? Like, that would be cool if you upscaled a little bit, maybe tweak some things. No, you're not going to do any of that. Oh, you're going to make it limited time only too? Yeah, I feel like they're going to do the same thing with The Legend of Zelda. I would love for them to take those 3DS remakes and fix some of the things that they broke. Like in Majora's Mask, they did some things I'm not a huge fan of. Makes me not want to play that version. But if they brought that over to the Switch and included the originals, but upscaled them a little bit, I think that'd be really cool. Because if you've played Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time on an emulator, you can see that the visuals can definitely be cleaned up with just a couple filters. And it really wouldn't take that long just to put all 4 of those games onto a Switch cartridge, and I guarantee that they would fit. Just do it. Seriously, just do it. You've put the games on GameCube discs before. Put them on the Switch. People are really excited about these games, and it would be a great way to celebrate the entire series. Hell, do like a Zelda All-Stars. Have all of the original Legend of Zelda games on a Switch cartridge and the N64 cleaned up versions if you don't want to include the remasters. But just do that. Just take the ROMs of all the old games and throw them on there. I don't get why they wouldn't do it, because they're not going to sell it to us anyway on the shop. They don't have a virtual console anymore. Just you sell it to us. Oh, I mean, we're trying to give you money. Anyway, this is more of a complaining video at this point, but besides predictions. But I think it's like a 6-5. I'm going to say 5 out of 10. I'm going to keep downgrading. I keep saying, oh, it's going to be a 7 out of 10. We're going to release date for Breath of the Wild 2. No, probably 5. Same with this, 5 out of 10. The fact that there's money laying on the table, it's super easy to get, they're not going to do it. If it's a logical decision, Nintendo's not going to do it. Also, if they did do it, it would be limited time only, and you'd have like a certain amount of months to go buy the game. You'd probably buy anyway. It's just they feel like putting more pressure on you because it's funny. I want a new Mario Kart, damn it. I mean, this is more of a please, Nintendo. I mean, it's been a long time since the last Mario Kart game actually came out, like a new one, not just a remake, or not a remake, a port from the Switch. Give us a new one, okay? The last Mario Kart game was great. I love it so much. It's so much fun. There's just amazing graphics. The music is just wonderful. I never get sick of it. But I want some new tracks already. It's been a long time. What, like 5, 6 years, maybe more since the last Mario Kart game? I could use some more tracks, and I could use a battle mode that is like the N64 DS battle mode with the balloons. You know, that kind of combat, last man standing thing was so much fun. And then they just never brought it back for no reason. So bring that back. That was fun. And give us a new Mario game, or Mario Kart game. But like 2 out of 10 that's going to happen. So, yeah. New Pokemon Snap info, just going to happen. 10 out of 10 prediction here. It's going to happen. I hope this news gets me excited for the game, because right now, I'm not that excited about it, because it's a $60 Pokemon Snap game. Don't give me that crap about how the N64 game back in the day was like 50, 60 bucks, whatever. I don't care, okay? I really don't. I want to know that there's enough content in this thing, and it's not going to just be a 2-hour experience like the original, and you just have to replay the same levels over and over and over and over to get the same, to get new things out of them. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon Snap, but so far, there's nothing about the new Pokemon Snap game that makes me want to run out and give them $60 for it. I don't. I really don't. And I hope that they change my mind. I really do. I'm not going to be super negative about it. I'm just saying, as it stands right now, I'm not incredibly excited about it. But if they add some sort of like, what I think would be cool that they're not going to do is like a multiplayer score attack mode where you're like on parallel rails in the game. And you've got all the same options of taking pictures of stuff, and then at the end, I don't remember the professor's name in this one, but he like looks over your pictures and you see him get scored side by side, and you're trying to beat each other's score. I think that'd be awesome. It's not going to happen, but that would be cool. Please do that. That'd be really neat. Like a score attack? No, you're not going to do it, are you? Pikmin 4 news would be awesome. I mean, Pikmin 3 sold crazy in Japan. It sold really well here. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is what I'm talking about. The Wii U version, it sold like a Wii U game. But Pikmin 3 Deluxe sold really well. I think it was the best selling in the entire series. The interest is there, okay? For these new games, the interest is there. Just do it. Do it. Make the game. Pikmin 4, 2 out of 10, not going to be in this. It's not going to be, but do it. Metroid Prime 4, nah, it's not going to be in this. It's not going to be in the first half. There's no way. I mean, we haven't heard anything about this game besides a title screen, and that wasn't even a title screen, just a logo. So we've only had the logo, and we were told a couple years ago that it was scrapped and had to be remade. There's no way it's coming out in the first half this year. 1 out of 10, not going to happen. I know people are trying to say that it might. No. Monster Hunter Rise and Bayonetta 3 are probably going to have trailers. Probably 10 out of 10. I'm going to say 10 out of 10. There's going to be trailers of those games. That's cool. I'm not a huge Monster Hunter fan. I tried to get into it. All my friends didn't get into it, so it was just me. And I was like, okay, well, this game isn't very fun on my own, but it was when I was playing co-op for a couple hours, but oh well, I guess. Bayonetta 3, again, haven't really gotten to that series either. I'm happy for the people that are excited for it, but there's just going to be trailers for those games, and that's about it. That's cool. Going back to the prediction of the Zelda's anniversary, what they're going to do for it, they could also, this is a very easy thing they could do, very lazy thing they could do, Wind Waker HD onto the Switch, or Twilight Princess HD, or both, which would be cool. They're not going to do that. They would charge you $60 for each, but having both on one Switch cartridge would be awesome. Like the GameCube Classic Collection. And it's got Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD on one cartridge. They only have 2 months to buy, and there's only 10 copies of it, and you gotta go rush out there before the scalpers get it. But of course they will before you, because they've got bots. But I mean, think about it. If they brought over these games from the Wii U, I mean, the Super Mario World Bowser's Fury or whatever had 190% more interest. Like, it had a much bigger launch than the original Super Mario World 3D Wii U game because nobody owned a Wii U except for me and like 5 other people. And just keep doing that, you know, just port everything over, but make it a value for people that supported your old system, you know, like maybe not me, but other people would be like, oh, I want Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the go. I'm going to buy this pack. I'm going to spend the $60 for the 2 games that have been out for years. I think they could do that and make a ton of money, but they're not going to because it's logical and it's easy, and they just hate money apparently, unless it's DMCA and taking down other places and suing people. 4 out of 10 chance they're going to do that. 4 out of 10 chance that they're going to, not quite 50-50. I mean, I guess 3 out of 10. Let's bring it down a notch. We're talking about Nintendo here. 3 out of 10 chance that they're going to do that, though that would be awesome. Now, Nintendo has already said that they're not going to be putting out a new Switch model this year. I don't know why. I mean, people would buy it. I guess it doesn't make sense for them to manufacture a new console when they don't have to, when the Switch is just going to keep flying off the shelves, and they would take a loss in a new console anyway. So, I mean, it makes sense why they're not putting out a new one, but I don't know. I guess there's a 10% chance they're lying to us and there will be a Switch Pro. I don't know. They do like putting out new systems despite whether they need to or not. Remember the new Nintendo 3DS? And it had like 2 games only for the new Nintendo 3DS? They do like making different models. They really do. So, like the DSi didn't need to exist. There's so many different DS variants that did not need to exist. It could have been like the DS Lite XL, called it a day on the DS. And then the 3DS, it could have been, I mean, I guess it was more powerful, but it wasn't like that noticeable. It was just like slightly more powerful. Whereas a Switch Pro, everybody's hoping for like 4K crazy graphics. So maybe they're just trying to temper expectations and figure out what they want to do. It's a lot more difficult than just a handheld because it is a home and handheld system. So maybe a 10% chance they reveal something or at least confirm or deny it. But again, they're talking about just the first 6 months of this year, so probably not. So there we go. There's my prediction for what's going to happen during tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen down in the comments below. And I'm sure everybody's going to come back tomorrow to this video and laugh at me about how wrong I am. And that's also another reason why I wanted to make the video, because it'll be fun doing more prediction-based videos, because then people can just come back and say how wrong I was, and it'll be kind of fun looking back and seeing just how wrong I am. I don't know, it'll be fun for me at least. And of course, like the video if you guys liked it, subscribe for more content, and as always, have a fantastic day. See everybody.